What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for the Seng index with the ticker symbol HSI1. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So I'm going to do a market structure update for HSI, and it looks like since last week we have continued higher on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Except, there was a little pullback today because obviously this is ahead of time. Versus the New York Stock Exchange. So there's a little pullback here, which is okay. And let's go over the macro picture. And the dominant technical pattern looks to be a ranging pattern. So there's strong resistance at this 22452 level. And it looks like there's some strong support at this 18345 level. So since we hit the lower side of this potential range, we can go up to the top side. And it looks like the lower side is acting as a strong support. It looks like we're finding like a little double bottom. So there was a low right here. We tested it again. It's a little bit higher, so this looks pretty good. And if we do another impulse up, where would that take price? So this is one impulse right here, and this is the second impulse. It will take price to the right above the 20,000 level, the 20,537 level. So that would be the next target. It'd be nice to get a pullback that holds above the EMA for higher prices. But either way, we can continue higher now or get a pullback. But it needs to stay above the EMA. This EMA needs to, start acting as a potential support. We need to stay above this swing highs right here that price just broke past. So if we can do that, there's a good chance we're going to continue higher. And that would be the expectation. Why? Because we had a large impulse right here. And then after the impulse, we have seen a correction. So this is one leg down right here. Go and move this over. This is the second leg down. And you're wondering why the target hasn't been met yet. It's because the range lows are stronger than this downtrend that's in play. So you can see there was this downtrend right over here. If I connect the swings, and the range is always going to be generally stronger than the trend. Depends how strong the trend is. If the trend is moving at a very sharp angle, it can break the range. But when it's moving like this, and you can see that it broke the channel, and then we saw a couple attempts down that's failing. That tells me that the range is going to be reflecting price towards the upside or rejecting it towards the upside. So basically we had a strong impulse higher. This is probably just going to be a flag pattern for another impulse higher in the future. Just depends on how this impulse develops. We need to find support at the EMA or the previous swing high. If we can, which it looks like it is very likely, then we can see another impulse higher. So that's how I'm looking at the Hang Seng index. So here we have the weekly chart for the Hang Seng index futures. And I'm going to go and draw a couple things. You can see there was this previous downtrend in play. I mean, it still can come into play. Doesn't mean it was it's over just yet. But it looks like it's the move after it looks pretty weak. And then we had this move up higher right over here. Show you guys with a green channel. And then currently it looks like price is trading sideways inside of this orange range. So after we break a channel, we expect two pushes to make a new low if it's a downtrend in that direction. So this is the first push right here, and it looks like this is the second push. And the second push could be in the form of multiple attempts, so usually two. And it looks like it's failing. We're barely making new lows, and we're finding support at this 18,300 level. So if price continues to trend up higher from here, that would signify that the sellers failed to go lower. They failed to reach the measured target. And now we can probably continue higher to the opposite side of the range and potentially even break out of it. So right now price did close below the EMA on Friday. So you can see how it's closed below the EMA. What we want to see is prices push through it, either continue trending higher or pull back and find support for another push up higher. So that's how I'm looking at it. There's a good chance of that developing. It's not guaranteed. But that would be ideal if prices push above this EMA and pull back and find support for higher prices. So that's how I'm looking at HSI in the weekly chart. It looks like it wants to continue higher, but again, this downtrend could be very strong and it could take precedence. But right now, it looks like it's failing, so it would be setting up for higher prices. And also, this horizontal line marks the low of a couple other downtrends or pullbacks. So there was a pullback from 2010 to about 2012, and that marked the low. There was a pullback from 2015 to 2016, and that marked the low. And right now, this is again support, just like in the past. So it looks like a very strong support. Expecting higher prices. We'll see how it develops. Nothing's guaranteed, but that's the expectation. So that's all I have for HSI this week, Sunday, and I'll give you guys an update next week, Sunday. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time. The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now.